Will Velas do a 10x over the coming months? I've been waiting almost a month in itself for this particular wave 2 setup. Yes, there's a classic wave 2 setup, a retest of the previous low before what normally is a very impulsive move to the upside. Will it do what Solana did mid last year? Well, that's what we're going to cover in today's content. Probabilities, never certainties. So like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you don't know me by now, my name is Jagir. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. Been featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008, where I only used to focus on currencies, but now exclusive on cryptocurrency. So let's dive straight in. All right, so with Velas, like we did quite a few videos on Velas, right? This one was on February 16th. And what we said was we're going to patiently wait for this A, B, C movement to break down to a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5, right? We were literally waiting for the momentum to do this, right? Very, very patient, right? And sometimes half the game is being patient, not kind of jumping in too soon. And then on the 26th, 10 days later, we can see that the market has moved further down. So again, when we join this out, it's moved further down, moving towards our price target, but it hasn't hit it yet. So we're still being patient. And then as of today, I think it was today, now we're really close to this price target. We've gone below this previous low over here, and now we're close to this price target. So now is looking to take action. So this is what it looks like right now. There's a couple of things we need to cover as well in terms of where are we getting this price data from, where are we buying the token, and what is the outcome we're looking for as well. Also keep in mind, I have a free Elliott Wave Fibonacci Masterclass. So if you want to learn how to do this, I think I've got it here. Yeah, this is what I teach in the Masterclass. It's free. Ticket is in the link below. Literally wave 1, wave 2. More often than not, a wave 2 is a retest of the previous wave 1 low. And there's these 3 ratios that are really, really, really common. The minimum and the maximum. And I highly encourage you to take the free Masterclass because it's free, first of all. And second, you'll see this pattern time and time again, and the natural flow of human psychology when it comes to buying and selling behavior. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into a live chart with Velas. So we've been using Bittrex as the price data. That's important because we're gonna look at this. So this is what it looks like right now. As of today, we've been waiting patiently for this, and you can see it in the previous videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a wave 1, and then it looked like a nice clean A, B, C to the downside. And we said we want to be patient for it to reach this. If it does, then we might want to take action because the upside movement of a wave 3, more often than not, is a 1.618, meaning high probability, if it does take off, we're going to see a price movement of around 91 cents to maybe over $1, and Velas possibly becoming a top 100 cryptocurrency. And yeah, you can just do the numbers. But there's a problem and there's a challenge. Here's a problem and here's a challenge. So this morning, I went, okay, it's looking good. Need to prepare now. With Velas, what is it right now? It's around 17.5 cents according to Bittrex price data. And we're reaching this zone over here. So I go to CoinMarketCap. But CoinMarketCap says 22 cents, 22.8 cents. We're like, okay, that's a problem. Why is it not recording the price data of Bittrex? Now, the reason I use Bittrex is because it gives me the most amount of price data when I'm analyzing the chart. But what we need to be mindful of is where you're going to buy the token. So when we click on markets and we look at where's the highest volume, well, the highest volume is on Gate.io. Like it's got over 1 million in daily trading volume. It's quite low for a size, a project that size of $500 million. KuCoin is, let me just grab so you can see where I'm pointing. KuCoin is, 500 million in volume. And when we go down to Bittrex is right down here, down here. You can see that the price is here, but there's a big arbitrage, right? Arbitrage opportunity, but the daily volume is only around 7,000 when it's the Velas and USD pair. So that's a problem. So we're not going to be able to buy it there, not any high volume anyway. More than likely, if I was looking to purchase this, it will be on Wagyu Swap. So we go, okay, on Wagyu Swap, what's the price? It's around 23 cents. So what we're going to do, I've got another chart open, is, we can use the chart of KuCoin, but it only got listed on KuCoin not that long ago. So the price data available to us on KuCoin is limited. And what I mean by that is, if I show you this, and this is just one of the things that you'll face. On CoinMarketCap, sometimes it allows you to look at TradingView directly on the chart, and you'll see the price feed of the data price feed comes from Qcoin. You'll see it coming up. Here we go, Qcoin. However, the price data only begins from 19th of November, which means we don't have the previous price data. So we are going to jump into another chart. So this is Bittrex, right? This is what it looks like with Bittrex. And this is what it looks like with CoinX. CoinX gives us more information in terms of the price data that we need, but it looks slightly different. Now, if you're doing futures contracts, you'll experience this. As in, you'll do your analysis on a main pair, and then when you go to buy your perpetual contract, futures contract data, you'll see that it's slightly different. So it's always best to do it on the main price indicator and then to buy on the futures contract. So here, we're just going to do a quick reevaluation, right? So it hasn't changed that much of our thinking. Yeah, here we go. Everything's the same. It's just that it just unfolds slightly differently. So it looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a fifth wave failure when we're looking at CoinX. Let's keep it. Yeah, we'll keep it intermediate. Right. So the wave 1 still looks like a nice wave 1 over here. We just need to redo this now and to update it, because the outcome is still the same, just the numbers are going to be slightly different. Right? It still looks like an ABC correction, but it looks like an irregular on this particular chart. So this is the ABC over here. I've already done the, let me just put this in as an intermediate count. Bang. Over wave 2, let's just do this very quick. Right, so everything still hangs together. And now what we're going to do is where we saw it on Bittrex, where we were really focused on this down here. You know, it's really, really clean. Like this over here, especially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's really, really clean. And again, when we jump into an hourly chart with Bittrex, it was pretty clean as well, right? Down here. This is where we drew it out the other day. 1, 2, 3, 4, and movement to the downside. So we can do the same with this price data. Right, price data we're taking the price data just so we're clear from CoinX. It's still the Velas chart, but we're taking the price data from CoinX, and that's one of the places it's listed. But where we're going to purchase, well, where I'm looking to purchase is going to be Wagyu Swap. Wagyu Swap would be probably the likely place. So now let's just zoom in over here. So we're going to look at this and go, right, what valuable information do we have? We're going to focus over here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's not clean enough for me. So what I want to do, I can either use a candle chart, and it gives me just a clearer indication of the waves. But what I'm going to prefer to do is actually jump into the bottom right hand corner and look at an hourly chart. An hourly chart is just a bit cleaner for me to look at this. And what I mean by that is it still looks like a very nice wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and what looks like a wave 5 forming. And that's what this cluster is over here, these Fibonacci ratios. And if you want to learn, by the way, the key Fibonacci ratios for an end of a 5-wave sequence, an ABC correction, take my free Elliott Wave and Fibonacci Masterclass. I cover those key pivotal points. Really, really powerful because they do show up time and time again. And when they're identifiable, we want to leverage that information. So over here, we've got this, what looks like a 1, 2, 3, ABC of a 4, and we should anticipate a final wave 5, obviously of a wave 2, right? So that's what we've been patient for. Still need more patience, right? We've drawn the price data already. This is now a minor wave count. So that's what we're waiting for. So with Velas now, if I jump back into the daily chart, we want an objective entry position, right? Again, we can only do probabilities and never certainties. But before we jump into the daily again, let's just jump into the weekly chart. Something very, very important. The momentum is oversold, meaning the movement to the downside should be limited. That's what this information tells us, right? When it's down here, it should be limited. So we should anticipate a reversal at some point in regards to the momentum. But that in itself is not enough information. We also want other information, which is going to be pattern, which we're looking at over here. We want price, which we're looking at over here. This is the price zone. And we also want to look at the daily momentum. So I've pulled up the indicator. Which one is this? This is the 13855. The reason I'm using the 13 now, because we're now focused on entry. So what we're looking for is one more movement to the downside when we're using this price data. So we don't want to, I mean, if you're hodling long term, then it doesn't make that much of a difference. But if you want to maximize your position, knowing that it can take off and you might miss the train, but that's just nature of the game, there's wait for one more movement to the downside. So how I would look at this is be patient for the next bearish reversal. And when the price gets into the oversold zone, or the momentum, should I say, ideally it makes a bullish reversal, and we got a lower low in this region over here. If those two coincide, then will be a good place to potentially look for a buying opportunity with minimum capital exposure. And then again, what we're looking for as the next major move, and again, let's just draw this out so we're really, really clear. I'm just going to change it back to a line chart, and I'm going to move it like this. What we're looking for is the price action to potentially, let's just measure it like this, and let's just go here. 1.618 is the typical wave 3, and overextension is 2.618. And Solana looked very different, very similar, should I say. And Velas, I think, is likely to do something similar. So there's around 93 cents to around $1.40, thereabouts, if it takes off. And that's the setup that we are waiting for patiently. Right, so what we looked at today, again, the original data I was looking at was Bittrex. You can see is the same. However, the problem with Bittrex is the trading volume is very low. So it means this price is not accurate in the sense of you're not going to be able to buy at this price. Or for a very little amount, you'll be able to buy at this price. So there's an arbitrage opportunity there, but it's for very small amounts, but as the average price is 22 cents on Wagyu swap, what was Wagyu swap? Let's just have a quick glance. I think it was 23, right? Yeah, Gate.io is 23, and the Wagyu is 22, and there's around half a million of trading volume on most pairs with Wagyu, so that should be comfortable enough to do what you need to do. So there you have it. So Velas, just to summarize, still looking good for a wave 1, still looking healthy for a wave 2, and then if it does form a wave 2 and this low holds, if this low down here holds, then we should anticipate a wave 3. And there's a few different ways you can leverage the Velas token, because now they've got the Valera DAO infrastructure project. Well, it's been live for a little while, but then they've got the governance token live as well. And you can take out USDV as a CDP, collateralized debt position. I'm going to do a lot more videos on that as well, because DeFi is a big deal. And sometimes if you're new to the game, it's not that intuitive to know what's available to you. So let me know if you want to learn more about DeFi, actually. DeFi, decentralized finance, which is how to do different things, where it's staking, yield farming, or even taking out collateralized debt position, CDPs. That's the terminology that Valera DAO uses. All right, we're going to finish on a quote. The quote of the day is, "World's First" is the title of the chapter, but this is a Henry Ford quote. Henry Ford: "It has been my observation that most people get ahead during the time that others waste. Repetition is the mother of all skill," some say. Practice, practice, practice. So take my free Elliott Wave Fibonacci Masterclass and practice it. See if you can spot these patterns, these wave 2s, these ABC corrections. But also we want to be able to spot the tops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when we're seeing that, they're good levels to take some profit, if not all your profit, and then wait for a correction and just having a nice mechanical way. So Elliott Wave Fibonacci, free masterclass. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you soon.